Hello. June 22nd. June 22nd. Minutes after the segment. We stopped writing the segments at 2:16, right?
I think so.
Let's
I want
just
to double
check.
check. Yep, 2:16 p.m. today. We finished, and it is now 8:39. So
that's-
what is that? 6 hours and 23 minutes after?
So 6 hours would be 360.
360, 23,
383.
383 minutes later.
Yes, 383 minutes later.
After.
All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, after the segments.
We did it!
This is the final day right here.
Of segments for this episode.
For this episode, we're going to take
Done. Yes, at last. We chronicled the entirety of, from the beginning of the segments for this one to the end of the segments.
Yes,
Woo!
we did it. So
First one recorded and this is and put on there. I mean, we recorded. I think we started recording the screenplay, didn't we, with the last episode?
Yeah, I think so. Was the screenplay?
The writing.
No, I think it was a screenplay.
Yeah, so there were no segments. Done.
Yes, the segments. We did it. Great job for us.
Today went
for today,
smoothly.
One segment. The first segment we wrote. Oh my god, I think it's just like, the thing was, what's so funny about that? We were prepared to work on it. Then Garrett read it out loud, and we both were like, "Okay, so what the hell do we add?"
Yeah, the bullet points were like
the bullet point was that it had it all. Garrett just added one last part. He just
a few. I think it was like two.
He did two things.
And
then we were done. Then we hopped into the next one. Thankfully, Garrett had a direction how he wanted to tackle this one, because as soon as he read it out, I was like, my mind really went like blank for me personally. Cause I was like, oh fuck, where do I go from here? I mean, I know what we want to tell, but how do I want to tell it? Then Garrett just
fortunately I knew what I wanted to tell, and Brandon was good with it.
Because I just, for a general thing of me, and I think a general thing of Garrett, when one has an idea and the other one doesn't, most of the time, well, I can speak for myself. If I don't have an idea, and then Garrett does, and it sounds really appealing to me, I'm just like, for myself, well, I didn't have any idea to begin with, so of course I'm going to go with Garrett's idea. Sounds great. And that's what we did.
And as a personal thing for myself, there are plenty of moments while writing that segment, questions that arose in terms of the flow, in terms of what we wanted in it. That could have easily gone off the rails, actually, very
easily.
Easily. But from old experiences. But I was very in control, in the right way of control.
I'd say the better word, you were very focused.
I was very focused and centered
in what you wanted. You knew what you wanted.
I knew what I wanted, and I knew what to ask. And I knew how to think about it, and we moved on very quickly. There were no moments that really we got stuck, and it's just like okay. And
then we acted things out, acted characters out talking, and we're thinking, should we cover that? Now we don't need that to be covered. Should we cover that? Yeah, that should be covered.
Yeah, an example of what happened today. I love giving these examples because I always want to think of stuff on the fly.
Yep, made an example. Let's say this segment is about.
Let's set the scene. It's on a canoe, and there are 5 people on the canoe, and we want to know. Okay, so how many people on the canoe actually know how to row the boat, and how many are going to be amateurs? And we said I wanted them all to be amateurs, and then I couldn't figure out how that was really going to work.
And then we pieced it together, and then a lot of minor details came up. Like, for example, did one of the characters have a history with rowing canoes, but forgot? Does one character?
Well, that wouldn't really count, but they can't be an amateur anymore, right?
No. But I'm sorry. I'm saying, but these are the questions. But a lot of these example. Which, okay, well, I'm sorry. What I'm simply saying is, then as we acted the scene out example, we were thinking a lot of details. Should we cover them about rowing the canoes?
Exactly.
Like for example, I got a better example. Would one of the characters who is an amateur want to lie and say that they're actually good at doing canoes? That as example. Is that important to cover in the scene or not?
Another plot hole to cover right there that I would have seen it, which I did see sort of what we were going with, was, okay, they're all amateurs. Why are they all stranded? Shouldn't they have?
Why are they on a canoe?
Why shouldn't they all have like a set path? But here's the issue with those things here. Brandon is right about this. He said this to me about a few weeks ago. I don't know if he brought it up in one of the videos. But before the plot holes take hold of you, you really have to tell yourself, is that the scene you want? Is that how you want it? You want 5 amateurs stuck on a canoe, yes or no? Then you figure out a way to make it all work. Yes. But you just have to know that that's what you want, and it needs to be that way. Now, there are many scenarios where you will change it up, delete that, this, that, and the other thing, and sometimes it just doesn't work. In this scenario, 5 amateurs stranded out on a canoe did work, and we talked for a little bit, and there was some stressful back and forth, but it lasted for, like, literally, I could swear, only about 10 seconds at the most.
Well, it was stressful for those 10 seconds because what we wanted and what we chose to cover and not cover was very difficult to balance that. Because I'm more of the ilk of the creator where I want things covered. I don't want to look sloppy, because that's very lazy.
Brandon wants
that's very lazy. I really look. That's just really annoying when it's so lazy. basically, a bunch of Hollywood movies and indie movies. But I don't want to go so far where when you cover so many plot holes, you accidentally create another one. I'm not like that. Garrett, he's like that.
Kind of in the middle.
Kind of in the middle, where he wants more covered, because it's... Honestly, we go from this perspective of this. We have this kind of shorthand like viewer Brandon and viewer Garrett. Yeah. It's like we separate ourselves. Because creator Brandon and creator Garrett, they cannot have a viewer perspective. It's impossible. We're creating the show.
We'll never have that true first-time viewer perspective.
But Garrett and I like to project. And me as viewer Brandon, I like to say to myself, I want this stuff covered because for me, then it's covered enough for me. Viewer Garrett wants more stuff covered because Garrett sees, generally, he just spots more things. So that was very hard to balance because this invited a bunch of stuff to cover, but too much to cover as well.
Yeah, it did invite that conversation. But I wouldn't say I see more. I would say I like to see more.
Well, there.
Brandon sees the same things that I see that would bother me if unaddressed, but they don't bother Brandon if it goes unaddressed. Brandon's like, the viewer just got to deal with it.
Yes, Garrett's right.
Like, they just got to deal with the fact that I'm not going to cover that even if they think we weren't thinking about it. I just don't want to talk about it.
Yes. Garrett is the one we're sad.
That's Brandon's attitude.
Yes, definitely.
Most of the time, that's a great way to take it because, honestly...
It gets too much when we try to do it. It gets too much.
And to cater to a complaining audience is a bad thing.
Yeah, because they'll always find a reason to complain, even if it's airtight storytelling.
Oh, for sure. And they'll always lie about the reasons why. They'll say it's this, that, and the other thing. It just turns out, no, you just got a problem with a badass.
I have a funny example of that. When something is truly perfect storytelling and people lie, the plot hole doesn't exist. They're making a plot hole. They're poking out a plot hole. That means it doesn't really exist. They just made it up. They just made it up because they're being an asshole.
Yeah, and then lied out their ass to conveniently cover it in circumstantial facts to make their self-punctured hull viable.
Even though it's a big lie.
Yeah, deceitful and just full of shit.
Yes.
People make plot holes where none exist. Brandon's right. And that's because the truth is...
There's something about it they don't like.
There's just something about the work they don't like. That's it. There are so many of those.
And they don't want to be honest about that.
Yeah, they're just honest that I hate this and I want to make it look bad. I'd appreciate that.
Actually, I would too.
I would even respect that to an extent.
Yes, I would.
I would call him out for a dickhead, but I would say you're an honest dickhead.
Yes.
So, in this scenario, I did want details covered.
Yep.
We did cover them, but I took it from the approach of I wasn't going to obsess or waste time going deeper with each new detail, another detail unveiled. At some point, there was a stopping point. You have to just call it, or I did at least. And then we moved on. It was easy, stressful moment, but not stressful like it used to be. If anyone has ever written with us before, which will never ever happen.
That's never going to happen, Garrett.
But it was such a fluid moment. Yeah. And I think just incredibly smooth. I'm very pleased with myself at how I handled it, and at our team, and with our teamwork.
Yeah.
So I thought that to me was a standout for today, and it happened to take place during the last segment of the day.
The last segment of our episode.
Yes, this is episode bleep, and we are very proud of this. It's come to its conclusion in the segments.
Big step.
Tomorrow we're taking the day off.
It's
the mandatory break every time in
between, no matter what.
Whenever the segments are done, mandatory break.
We may take 2 days, but
2 or more. I don't know how long.
Yeah, but you'll know.
Yeah, you'll know, depending on what kind of videos come out. We are uncertain how long the break's going to be.
It's just at least minimum one always.
1 day minimum. And then the last step, the one that always gets me the most excited, the screenplay.
The screenplay.
The script.
Would I say that gets me the most excited?
It's the most exciting for me.
I know for me, just no matter what order I did it, I do it. Screenplay has to be last. That's for obvious reasons. But for me, I would just say for me, the most exciting part is I like the whole. But always for me, and Garrett, and of course, can agree with this, I always love just finishing our episodes. Because...
not just like the screenplay, you just like when it finishes, like the last page we write on the script or something?
Yeah, just however it's supposed to finish.
So it's kind of like all the same until that last bit.
Yeah, for me personally, because Gary, he really likes the screenplay experience. I do. Me personally, when we came up with the whole segments system, I like the whole system. I like it when we plan it. I like it when we bullet point it. I like it when we detail it. I like it when we write the screenplay all equally. But my favorite part is always when it's over. And it's not because of impatience, and Garrett can agree with this. Garrett and I love...
It's just a good feeling.
Garrett and I love endings. I'm going to say it right now, people. I love endings. Endings are great. Endings make things complete. You need an ending to feel complete, and I love feeling complete.
How many creators out there? I think it maybe is a common feel, but I'd like to know how many of you out there, if there are creators, among our viewers. However, if you made it this far, or just starting, do you feel complete? Do you feel a sense of accomplishment when you finish? Or do you have self-doubts and think to yourself, well, next is the rewrites? Or do you think to yourself, is it really that good? I mean, there's always that initial sense of accomplishment, but do you hold on to it? Does it last? Or is it just that temporary high of that catharsis of going through all that pain and struggling to finally finish it? That's definitely a part of what feels good about it. But the way Brandon and I feel good about it, because I do feel great when it's over, that's a sense of accomplishment, and I feel really wonderful about what I produced and created. I don't look back and question what we've created. That's part of the reason why, for us, it lasts. So it's not just a high for us. It ain't the euphoria of completion. It is actually the general understanding that we have accomplished something, and it is finished, and it feels good. So I'm wondering how many of you feel that way about your works, or feel opposite. I'm being honest, not judging either way. I just wonder. I wonder.
I know for me, now, it's funny, I'm talking about, like, we finished the script, but I'm just going to bring it up right now because I want to. For me, when I finish our screenplays, I always feel a balance because, like, Garrett, he's a big thing about that accomplishment thing. Me?
Yeah, I feel accomplished.
I'd say for me, that accomplishment thing is a part of it.
Oh, sorry for speaking for you. That's how I feel, I should say.
Oh, no, yeah, but Garrett's fine. I know, you're fine. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. The accomplishment thing is a part of it because after going through crafting about all of our really complicated scenes
and writing and crafting for months without a break.
Yes,
or 2 at the most.
And it's
5 at the most.
It's extremely
for 90 days.
Yeah, for 90 days usually, and on average. Sometimes it can be shorter. Sometimes it can be longer.
And by shorter, we mean just maybe like 70 or 80 days shorter.
Yeah. Like that's like 5 days shorter. That's about 10 days shorter. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's still long. It still is a grind. So I will absolutely agree with Garrett that sense of accomplishment is always there when we write our final words.
But you feel a little different. Yeah, I want to hear.
No, but for me personally, that's about, I don't know how much percent. I'll say 50% right now. How I feel. The other 50%, I feel just this sense of peace because for me, when I finish our scripts, I can't literally remember all of our scenes and what all of our characters have gone through, but I can feel it. And it's like, for me, I feel like I just helped create. It's a very sweet and tender feeling for me. A sense of calmness. That's personally for me. So for me, the accomplishment is equal to that sense of like, Garrett's done writing the screenplay, writes those final words, and I'm just like, we did it. We did a really good job. I just feel very quiet, like a very still river kind of feel with accomplishment in there. That's how I feel personally.
That's true. That's different than accomplishment, because accomplishment is kind of, you're looking back on your work, you feel very good.
Yes, you feel very proud of it. You feel like yes, you feel like we did it.
Yeah, that
is there for me, but it's not as much. It's 50%.
The calm water feel you explain. Yeah, I don't have as much of that, honestly. I know that feeling is for Brandon though. See, accomplishment, that feeling of accomplishment stems from the idea that you think, I can't wait to show this off, or it's like, I can't wait to look at this again and stuff like that, and just feel like I did a good thing. And then the last one there is like, wow, I really did that. The calm water feel Brandon gets is more like, it's time to relax, and this is just for me. So Brandon's very good. It has nothing to do with thinking about what has been done. It's not about thinking about what is outside of Brandon. It's more just a feeling like,
for me,
it has been the thoughts, the work has been drained from my brain. The stress is gone. Now this is just time for me. So I think that's what you're saying, right?
Oh no, 100%.
It is an isolated thing to just you. It's a great accomplishment feeling. The accomplishment is there, but the calm is just for you and not about necessarily the work. It's just for you, and it happens at the end of every work.
Oh no, what Garrett described, absolutely, you're 100%.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to say that. I think that's cool.
Oh no, you did an excellent breakdown. That's exactly how I feel. And also, I like how you described that thing, because I forgot to tell you that. That's right. Every time we keep coming up with our ideas, putting it down in the segments, putting it down in the screenplay, it's such a soothing feeling, because then I don't have to worry about holding it in my head. And then I can just move in calmly for the next one. But right now, this moment between finishing the screenplay and waiting to start planning the next one, like Garrett's right, this calm moment's just for me.
That's right, it's not happening now. It's the end of the segments, but we're talking about the end of the screenplay.
I just felt like it was fun.
Yeah, the still water. I'm sorry.
No, that's all. That's all I was going to say. It does. Garrett's absolutely right. It's a very isolated feeling for me.
Yeah.
And it's a very nice feeling. And it happens to me. It's happened to me since forever. Since our first screenplay. Since ever. Every time.
Maybe not the first one.
Maybe not the first one. Started the second screenplay we ever wrote in
Yeah.
2010. It's been there since. Every screenplay we've written, all right down to our episodes right now. And I'm gonna feel it again for the rest of my life for every screenplay I write, because it is just for me. And it's also, I can say, in a fun acknowledgement how grueling the stuff is we write for me. That I feel that way. So it's gonna be nice when I come back here. I'm gonna reaffirm this feeling when I come back in this minutes after to say, there's that feeling.
Yep. And for Brandon in particular, he holds all the ideas we talk about in his head. We don't really write them down. And also, very few notes are taken. So he holds it in his head. So it's very freeing to relieve and use up that information so that he can just nothing less to store. It doesn't bother me as much because I don't.
You're like very in the moment.
I don't think about storing the information. I think about, okay, that's the general gist. We're going with this. I know where we're going with it. It's not as a big a burden on my head to relieve it of the information. However, Brandon is right. It feels great when that information does leave the head. It's just natural. It just feels naturally great when that happens. So I won't deny that feels great for me. But for me, it's always at the end of it, a sense of accomplishment. I don't have a calm, watery feel just for myself, the serene pond. That doesn't happen for me. For me, it's like, it's over, and I'm ready to go on the next one.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to go for the next one because I feel so good and rejuvenated that I finished this one.
Yeah, that's
so
definitely
that's kind of my rhythm. I just kind of keep going like that. I got like infinite stamina when it comes to just really good stuff.
Yeah, when Garrett really loves something,
you can't get me down.
when it comes to stuff Garrett loves, he keeps at it. He loves it.
I can work a full-time job, exercise, and write.
Now I'm like that too as well, but I work on my own my own slow pace, and I'm happy when I say slow pace, my own slow pace rhythm. Also, another thing, the reason why, because Garrett, when he brought, I keep the stuff in my head. It's not just like the lore characters. Since I got a really big picture brain, I kind of always see kind of an image as well. So it's really hard to also keep all that just in my head. It's just how my brain works. So yeah, that's why it's a huge relief after we're done with each screenplay.
Yeah, because we don't ever have to think about information anymore.
Yes.
It's done. It's down. We can just forget about it. We literally can choose to forget about it, and we do that.
Yeah, we do, because there's no point, not until we come back on our show and do our little touch-ups. That's about it.
The last of the rewrites. So
yes, it was fun talking about that. I'm personally good. We had a really great time. We're gonna have a really great break following this.
Yeah, I'm set.
You good?
I got nothing.
All right, see you tomorrow for the minutes after whatever.
Minutes after whatever tomorrow.
Bye bye.